last couple of years, cake bites have taken the dessert world by storm, and now a friend of Studio 5 has literally written the book on them. There's the new book, 101 Gourmet Cake Bites for All Occasions. Rosemary lavender, raspberry cheesecake, cherry lime are all in there. Today, Wendy Paul is here to share one of her favorites, the praline and cream cake bite. For I think the last couple of years, people have been trying to make them so cutesy decorative. They've forgotten how to make them killer tasting, right?
Yeah, because when you make a dessert, to me, the most important part is how it tastes.
Okay.
So something really, really good, delicious, melt in your mouth. Wonderful cake bite.
Okay, how do we make these things?
Okay, well, first what I did is I baked a butter pecan cake, added pralines, or added
pecans
to it.
Whatever those nuts are.
Whatever those nuts are. Eggs, milk, follow the recipe in the book, so you can actually see
the little bits of nuts that are in there, yeah.
Yeah, it just adds a little bit more. When you start with a cake that's a good solid base that already tastes good, that's going to add to what we do. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to quickly crumble it, and this is my kid's favorite part.
This is the messy part, the fun part.
Cake. Yeah, the messy part.
Let people know, if people haven't, for some reason, aren't familiar with a cake bite, haven't encountered them, it is sort of like a little miniature truffle made out of cake.
It is. And so what you do is you crumble the cake into little tiny pieces, just itty bitty. The smaller the better. You want to not have as many big clumps in there as possible. Okay. So you're going to do this with the entire cake. And if you didn't want to make a whole batch, you could certainly only make a half a batch and freeze the cake for later.
Oh, whenever you want to make the second half of the batch.
Absolutely, make the second half, and that way maybe you're not so tempted to eat the whole batch yourself once you make it.
If you make a whole bunch of gourmet cake bites, you're going to be eating a whole bunch of them.
You are. But you can also give them to people as a gift, as a birthday present. Today is my sister's birthday. Happy birthday, Heidi. And if you were closer, I'd give you some cake bites.
But it could be a really fun thing to take to your neighbor or something like that. Little cake bites.
Okay, so we're almost done here.
And what are some tips as you're making this? Because I'm imagining, in order for you to make 101 gourmet cake bite recipes, you've made more than your fair share of making cake bites. So you figured out what works and what doesn't work.
Okay, well, what works is, first off, you want to make sure you have the right consistency, okay? So by doing a whole cake, and then not making it too wet. Sometimes when you make cake bites, if you add too much liquid or frosting to it, it actually doesn't stay in the same shape. It'll
mushy.
Yeah, get mushy. It'll be really, really soft when you bite into it, and you do want a little bit of substance with it.
Okay. So in case you haven't gathered, a cake bite is a cake and frosting mushed together, rolled in a ball, right?
Yep. Okay. So we're gonna just pretend that's all the perfect size. All right. We're gonna add about 1 more cup of chopped pecans.
So we added some to the batter, and we're adding some to the actual whatever this stuff is now.
About 1/4 of a cup of caramel sauce. And some caramel sauce can be really runny. My favorite one is Mrs. Richardson's. It's really thick and gooey and actually helps the batter to stick together better. Then you're going to add 1 cup of vanilla buttercream frosting. Okay. Then you're going to take the back of a spoon and just slowly start to mix it together.
Could I mix this in like a mixer, like a stand mixer?
No, I think it over mixes it. You still want there to be good texture. It really only takes a minute or two to put it together. So they're pretty fast. And I know that when people think of cake bites, they're, oh, it's just too intimidating, it takes too long, it's too hard. But it really isn't. It's just a matter of a few minutes once your cake is cooled to put it together.
And we're going to jump here to the ones you've already made. But what's the consistency I should look for? Is it like sort of Play-Doh?
Yeah, like a Play-Doh sticky consistency. You're going to want to be able to form it into your hand and let go and not have it fall apart.
Okay. So once you've done that, and you have done that, and you use a little...
I use my cookie scoop, and this gets them all the same size. You don't have small, medium, large on your plate. It makes them all the same shape. And this is a small scoop, so you can do small, medium, large. It just will end up, you'll have a lot if you do a small. You'll have a good amount when you do medium.
If you're looking for portion control, use the
portion control is always good to do this. Okay, so what I did is once I scooped it, I actually just kind of shaped it slightly with my fingers, and then I threw it into the freezer for about 20 minutes to help solidify it. Okay, now it's ready to dip. So another cake bite secret I discovered while making these was when you use the candy coating or the melting chocolate, I like to add about 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil to the chocolate.
Oh, I saw something liquid in there. I was trying to figure out what that was. It was separating, but that's the oil you've added to it.
That's actually the oil I add too, because when you do just the plain chocolate, it can get really lumpy and form a really thick layer of chocolate. And in my taste testing and all of my neighbors that helped me along the way, they really like the thin coating better.
Okay, dunk that thing in there. I'm going to show you how you do it.
And I use my fork and just scoop over the top. If you roll your cake bite around, it can leave little bits of the cake in the actual chocolate. So this helps to minimize. You scoop it up, and then I'm just going to tap on my bowl to get all the excess chocolate down through the parts of the fork. Okay. And then I'm just going to slowly roll it right on to my parchment paper.
Okay.
All
Can
right?
you see the final product over here? Because you drizzled a little caramel and stuck a little pecan on top.
I drizzled caramel, stuck a pecan on top.
I'm not going to ruin your display if I eat one, am I?
Oh, no. Heavens, no. You can have more than one if you want.
Well, I'll be here all afternoon here in the kitchen. Run me off a couple different other recipe ideas besides this one.
Recipe ideas. My favorite cheesecake one is the raspberry cheesecake, where there's actual fresh berries mixed into the cake with the cream cheese. So it's absolutely decadent.
That's killer right there. I'm just telling you, it's a great one. We're going to make Wendy come back more often and show you some other recipes. But we'll let you know we've got this recipe posted on our website. So it's all there. Just go there and get the recipe for this and some tips on it. We're also going to give away 3 copies of the book on Facebook. So like us on Facebook. Tell us your cake bite story. Were you a cake bite queen? Were you a cake bite